You hear about all these home inspections, but how many do you actually go through when purchasing a new construction home? In this video, I'll be going over 3 inspections that you need to conduct before closing on your brand new construction home. Today, we're talking about a crucial step in the home buying process for new construction home: inspections. These inspections can help you identify potential problems before you move in, saving you a lot of time, energy, stress, and even money. Let's dive into the 3 most important inspections that you need to conduct before closing on your brand new construction home. Number 1, pre-drywall or frame walk inspection. Number 2, third-party home inspection. Number 3, blue tape inspection, also known as welcome home orientation. Now, let's dive into each of these 3 inspections and let me share with you why each of these inspections are crucial in the home buying process. Number 1, frame walk inspection or drywall inspection. This is your first opportunity to see the skeleton or the framing of your brand new construction home. It's a very exciting time for my buyers. I mean, you could just picture the excitement and the energy that my buyers bring to these frame walk inspections. It's their first time to see their brand new home come to life. Here are the items that we will be checking throughout the frame walk inspection. Framing quality. Are the studs straight and attached securely? Plumbing and electrical. Are the lines routed correctly and secured and installed properly? Insulation. Is the home insulated adequately and properly? Structural integrity. Are there any weaknesses or damages you find in the walkthrough? And lastly, was my home built to spec? If you're purchasing a brand new home from ground up, you've gone through structural upgrades. Let's say you're purchasing a brand new home from ground up and you've made some structural upgrades. Let me give you some examples. Let's say for your great room, you have decided to do a structural upgrade so you have the multi-stack slider doors. You love the indoor and outdoor experience. Let's say you've converted the loft upstairs into an additional bedroom because you have multiple children. Or let's say you wanted to install an additional sink in the laundry room. Those are all structural upgrades, and in the frame walk, it's the best opportunity to make sure that these structural upgrades are made to spec. Why is this frame walk and pre-drywall inspection so important? Well, catching these issues early on in the home building process can save you a lot of time as well as money. It's much easier, cheaper, and faster to address any of these issues right now before the drywall is installed. Pro tip: when hiring an inspector for this particular inspection, the frame walk and the pre-drywall inspection, make sure you go through an interview process because there are a lot of inspection companies that don't have the expertise in new construction homes. You see, it's also like hiring a buyer's agent that is extremely knowledgeable and understands the new construction market versus an agent that only does resale homes. Make sure you hire an inspection company that has a specialty in new construction homes, and remember, not all inspection companies actually conduct this particular inspection called the frame walk or pre-drywall inspection. And of course, when you hire a buyer's agent representation that is going to represent you on this new construction home buying journey, I will be more than happy to share with you a list of all the inspection companies that I have used with in this particular step, the frame walk and pre-drywall inspection. Another pro tip for you: make sure when you go under contract, you communicate with the builder's sales contact that you're interested in conducting this frame walk inspection and the third-party home inspection before closing. You need to provide the builder plenty of notice. And why? That's because the builder needs to collect information from those inspection companies. Most of the times, the builder will request certificate of insurance as well as some liability documents for them to sign before they go onto the property. Some builders actually have language in the purchase agreement that the builder needs a minimum of a 30-day notice in order to schedule these appointments. So make sure you take your time, sit down with your buyer's agent. Don't just gloss over it because it's very important to understand what you can and can't do as far as scheduling these very important inspections. Now, would you like to see an example of what a frame walk inspection report looks like? Let's dive in. Okay, let's take a look together at our frame walk inspection report. So as you can see, it is labeled into different sections, starting with the exterior. So in this case, one of the laundry room window was broken, and then moving on to garage, everything was inspected in the garage. Structural components. So this is definitely important. So as you can see, there's a major damage at the slab, picture 1 and picture 2. The post-tension slab cable ends are exposed or the caps are damaged in picture 3 right here. And then 4 and 5. And the walls, this is very important, you guys, the structural section under the walls. So there are several anchors that have loose nuts throughout the property. Picture 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's take a look at it together. So as you can see, these are the studs that basically hold down the structure of your home, and these studs were actually loose. So again, very important to make sure you conduct these frame walks so you can see what's behind the walls, what happens before the drywall installation. So this is very important. There are other things here. These anchors have missing nuts. The backing has fallen off. The stud in the downstairs bathroom is a load-bearing wall with a plumbing vent going through the stud. Load-bearing studs cannot be notched out more than 50% unless they have a stud shoe. So let's go take a look at those pictures together. So these are the items here and over here. Okay. Then moving on to the floor structure. There's a gap in the subfloor right here. There's uneven flooring noted in the upstairs. As you can see, there's like some leveling, elevation change here. Want to make sure this is all flat and smooth because you guys, after framing and drywall, they're going to be installing tile or carpet, whatever is flooring that you have selected, right? So can you just picture just flooring just going on top of these uneven floors? I mean, we want to make sure that it's even and consistent throughout, right? So it's really important to identify these items. So more on the flooring here. And then no backing plates for handrail. So again, handrail for the staircase, very important, right? You're going to put a lot of weight on these handrails as you're walking up the staircase. And if it doesn't have the support and the backing, of course, these handrails are going to fall off eventually. So very important to get those backings. And then moving on to plumbing, electrical systems. So let's take a look at these branch wiring. Over here, there are missing dotty plates noted, 1 and 2. So these are plates that needs to be installed in these areas. HVAC, very important. So let's take a look. The cover is not installed on the handler right here. And maybe they're still working on it, but it's just really important for us to go through this thoroughly with a professional frame walk inspector to make sure we identify these items to the superintendent. Now moving on to bathrooms. There are no towel backing plates. Again, additional support. There's moisture present in the laundry room floor that appears to be coming from the tub. So again, any leaks, and look at this. It's kind of wet over here. So we just want to make sure we address this. And if it is an active leak, we want to stop it right away. Kitchen was inspected, and that's it. After each inspection, I would connect with my buyers, whether it's in person here at the office or by Zoom, to go over these inspection report thoroughly. After reviewing this report with my buyers, I will then send this report to my sales contact as well as the superintendent for them to address these items right away before drywall. Note that drywall and insulation usually happens really quickly after these frame walk inspections, so make sure they have the report as soon as possible, within 24 hours ideally, so that they have enough time to get all these items repaired. Pro tip, ask the superintendent to take photos of all the repairs done before drywall happens. And because the timeline that we're dealing with is very short, it's really important to get as much information and over-communicate with these superintendents so we don't miss the opportunity to get these repairs documented. If we didn't conduct this frame walk, all these items that I just shared with you for my particular buyer would have been missed, and there would have been potential costs in the long run. So you tell me, you guys, is it worth a few $100s right now to conduct a frame walk inspection to identify these issues so that your home is protected in the long run? Now, one thing to know is that not all builders will allow you to do a frame walk inspection. I won't name the builder, but there is one builder locally that does not allow frame walk. Really questionable. Why don't they allow frame walk inspections? I mean, for me, it just makes me wonder, what are they hiding? If we haven't met yet, konnichiwa. My name is Kaori Nagao, your global real estate advisor, helping you find your new home. Whether it's a new construction home or a resale home, anywhere in the globe, I'll be more than happy to help you. Remember, I have referral partners within my Sotheby's network anywhere in the globe, so make sure you reach out to me for any market. Contact me by scanning the QR code on the screen, or you can reach out to me by checking out one of my contact methods in the descriptions below. I love it when you engage with me, so keep commenting and let's keep going. Number 2, third-party home inspection. Before closing, once the home is completely finished per builder's specification, it's time to conduct a third-party home inspection. This is a crucial step. A third-party inspector that is unbiased will come and thoroughly check the home inside and outside. They'll look for the following items: structural defects. Are there any cracks or foundation issues? Plumbing leaks. Are the the pipes and fixtures properly functioning? Electrical problems. Are the wiring and outlets safe? Roofing issues. Is the roof installed correctly and free of damages? Insulation in the attic. Is installation properly done and per code? Why is a third-party home inspection so important? Because they're not affiliated with the builder and they have no vested interest in the sale, they're very unbiased and they will go through the home thoroughly and give you a subjective opinion of the home. Now, would you like to see a copy of a third-party home inspection? Let's go look at it together. Now, let's take a look together at the third-party home inspection. In the summary section, starting with the exterior. So we've got exterior windows. There's some missing window screens. So we're going to obviously install that before closing. Exterior windows. So there was a window cracked. Inspector located cracked window. Replacement by glass window specialist is recommended. You can see the arrows here pointing to the crack. In the electrical section, one of the receptacle did not have any power at the time of inspection. So we definitely need to get that checked. As you can see, these inspectors have all these cool gadgets, right? So for electrical, they use this particular gadget to make sure that there is, in fact, electricity flowing. And if electricity is flowing, the light shines. And in this case, as you can see, the light does not shine, so it means that there is no electrical power here. Under electrical, there is a light cover not installed at the time of inspection. Plumbing, so in the showers, one of the shower heads were missing, as you can see in this picture. Drywall damage, there's some drywall damages in the primary bedroom and in the laundry area. Staircase, hallway, loft wall. The range was not tested because per the builder, the range had a gas leak. It was not tested. They were going to replace it with a brand new gas range. Noisy exhaust fan. Exterior, there's some stucco. On the exterior shows minor damages. So we could take a look at that photo. Missing baseboards. Cabinets difficult to open. Concrete cracking on the garage floor. Missing receptacle cover in the attic. Under HVAC, there were missing registers noted. Caulking. First floor bathroom. Okay, and then goes to the full home inspection. Once the third-party home inspection is completed, I would usually get the summary report within 24 hours. At that point, I will connect with my buyers to meet with them in person or over Zoom to review this report together. And then once we have reviewed it together, I will send the report to the sales contact as well as the superintendent so that they could get to work on all these repairs before closing. Number 3, blue tape inspection, also known as welcome home orientation. This is your final chance to check on your home, especially with the superintendent that will walk you through the home at this particular time right before closing. Usually, this blue tape inspection or welcome home orientation is scheduled a few days before closing. If I had to give you a range, it may even be 5 to 7 days before closing, depending on the construction schedule and the community and the builder. That way, it gives enough time for all these trades to come back and make these last-minute repairs before the home is delivered to you as the buyer. Now, I have many of you asking, Kaori, why is it called blue tape? So let me explain why. Blue tape inspection allows my buyers to identify imperfections, defects, as well as unfinished work before closing. In order to identify these items, we use a construction blue tape to mark these areas. Hence, it's called a blue tape inspection. Here's what you'll be looking for at the blue tape inspection. Cosmetic defects, both inside and outside. Are there any scratches, dents, or blemishes? Functionality. Do all the appliances and system work properly? We are checking for water heater, HVAC, as well as all the appliances. Safety measures. Ensuring all smoke detectors as well as carbon monoxide detectors are installed properly throughout the house. Confirm that all handrails are properly secured. Check all windows and doors for locking mechanism. And lastly, completeness. Has the builder completed everything that they have promised to deliver this brand new construction home to you and your family? This is a great time to ask any questions you have to the builder, to the superintendent, and if you see any items or if you have any concerns, this is the time to speak out. Now that you've gone through the blue tape inspection process, it's really important to communicate your findings to the builder. The builder will usually have a list of all the punch items that needs to be completed before the closing. Typically at this blue tape inspection, my buyers would attend with us with the superintendent of that particular community. Now, I have buyers out out of town or if they're too busy to attend, I will be attending on their behalf and documenting the blue tape inspection with a video. I would have the third-party home inspection completed at least a day or two before this blue tape inspection and welcome home orientation. So when we're conducting this blue tape inspection, I have my notes to refer to and make sure that these items on the report are pointed out to the superintendent at that time of walkthrough. And in the event there are items on that inspection report by the third party that have not been addressed at that time of the blue tape inspection, I ask the superintendent kindly to give me an idea of when those items will be repaired. What is the timeline like? When are the trays coming in? Are they coming in today? Are they coming in tomorrow? I would like to know that so that I ensure my buyers that all these items will be completely done before our final walkthrough and closing. Now it's time for a pop quiz. I know you've been waiting for this. The first person to answer correctly will get a shout out on my YouTube shorts. Let's go. How many inspections do I recommend as your buyer's agent to conduct when purchasing a new construction home? A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, and 4, none of the above. Remember, the 3 inspections that I shared with you today are the best defense against buying a home with hidden problems. By taking the time to do these inspections, you're getting a quality home that you're going to be enjoying for many years to come. So make sure you and your buyer's agent don't skip these crucial steps. For more videos about new construction homes, or if you're thinking about buying new anywhere in the world, make sure you check out one of the videos surrounding me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for finding my video. It'll make me really happy if you could smash that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're made aware of my weekly content. Guys, I want to hit 10K subscribers by the end of the year, so help me share this video with anybody you know that's looking for new construction homes anywhere in the world. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching, and I cannot wait to see you on the next one.